host.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. So hope everybody is here. So I'm seeing less people. You want me to wait some more time or?
I have messaged in the group, ma'am. I think you can start.
I have a couple of things before class starts, if I can bring that up, and that might help
Yes,
a
please.
little bit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Gautami, ma'am, there are a couple of things I have that I wanted to talk with you,
Mhm.
you particularly. One of them is that you had mentioned during that full moon meditation that we did on, I think, Saturday or Sunday,
Yeah.
that, many people do not pronounce your name correctly, and it has bothered you at times. And I was thinking, because even my name, especially Americans, do not say my name correctly, and
Right.
I just learned to let it go.
Mhm.
But and I was thinking about your name. I mean, I really like your name, and because your name reminds me of Gautam Siddharth. And
Okay.
we don't say Gautama or Gautama, we say Gautam Siddharth, at least in the north. That is his name.
Yeah, okay.
And then Gautam is not an uncommon name either in the north for a male.
Okay.
And then I was thinking about how you pronunciated, you said Gautami.
Right.
And I was thinking why a North Indian would have a hard time saying Gautami, because the word
No idea.
go in Punjabi and
Mhm.
sometimes in Hindi means cow,
Uh-huh.
Gau Mata. So you might take it as an insult, or I may feel awkward starting your name with
nothing
the go.
insult.
I
It's
know, but
nothing
you see
insult.
what
It
I was
is
just thinking, because it's
nothing
energy, right?
insult. No, I
But
did not
yeah,
use that word insult at all. So what I was saying is, Chandra sir said that. So when your name is not pronounced correctly, the energy of your name will be splitted out. Like,
right,
he told an example of Visalakshi to Visalakshmi, something like that.
right, absolutely.
So then I have added my experience. So
Right,
I was letting people go with whatever the way they are pronouncing previously my name. Like, some people say Gatami because they
right,
can't pronounce Gaut. I don't know
right,
why. So Gatami, Gotami,
right,
Gatmi, something like that.
right,
So this is a problem with other Indians too, other part of Indians too.
right,
When it comes to Americans, and it was like, they, very funny way they say that the Tommy got Tommy, something.
right,
And
right,
so then, and generally then what I do is, I mean, obviously they are always ask for the spell out. So we say G for George, A for apple, U for umbrella, something like that. So
right,
finally we made our work done by them.
right, right,
So this is what happened. Even when my name also, many people, they can't do it. So initially I was letting them go, but one time, unknowingly, like, I just could not tolerate that. So what could be the reason? Then he said, like, your energy system was um, because of your energy system, your energy body. So that happens. So you give the information to let it go. So then you will be out of it. He said, that's it.
right. And my
Yeah.
other question is that when I was studying for our last exam, I watched your video on 5 kingdoms and what was it? Yeah, 5 elements. So in that video, you were talking about stones and collection of stones and hills, small, big hills, collection of hills, and how the collective consciousness
Right. They
you
will have a
spoke
group
about
consciousness of,
group consciousness.
yes.
So what I was trying to understand is that how is the soul imbibed in the elements and in the mineral kingdom, or in the small stones and small hills? Like, how does that work? I don't.
See how you look like. You look like a human being, like, the soft tissue and a skin and like that. So, but inside your Atma doesn't look like, whatever the physical shape you have. Similarly, it has a shape of a hill or maybe a stone, but the
Right,
consciousness of the soul is different. Just like how your consciousness of a soul different from what the physical shape you have, like that. So
So,
when the soul comes to the earth initially, it comes in a group consciousness and it starts like that, like stones. Or if you
right,
see, in around a medium-sized stone, there are small stones around it.
right,
So
right.
this is very common observation that we do, but we don't know the meaning of it. But this is a common observation of everybody. So that is a group consciousness of that particular soul.
Soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once they evolved from that particular phase, then they moved into the plant kingdom. They, in the
I
sense,
see.
like, the same, the group consciousness, the group, okay, the soul with the group consciousness moved into the plant kingdom. So in the plants also, like, you can see the bushes, the all kinds of bushes are at one place.
Right,
The trees, similar trees, they come up at one place. Like that, if you see that any bushes or creepers or, so they're all under the evolution. So during the evolution, they maintain the group consciousness, even in the plant kingdom also. So there what they learn is giving.
right,
So when certain plants, they do not learn yet. So they will be protected themselves by thorns or by by poison. Some,
right. Poison
yeah,
ivy. Yeah,
yes,
I see.
some secretions. Like,
Right.
those secretions give you allergy. They don't let
Like,
you to touch. If you touch that secretion, you get allergies. It's kind of.
right,
But some plants or some trees, they're so much of give off. Like, by they will entertain you, or they will make you happy by their colors, by their fruits, by tasty fruits, and also, like, vegetables, and also, what is that, like, the big trees, they give the wood, we construct
right,
houses or many things, so they just sacrifice themselves. So such ones, they already evolved within that plant kingdom, and other ones, they had to evolve. So once they evolved, like, by learning the giving, then that particular atma or the soul, still they maintain the group consciousness. They moved into the animal kingdom. Still, it maintains the same consciousness. If you see, most of the animals are in crowd, right?
right,
Even the smallest animal, the mouse, the mice, the rats, onwards, like, the big buffaloes, even the wild animals, even the elephants also in a group. Elephant, such a huge animal. So the highest animals, like, lion, and they're single. That means they evolved. If you see, you can read about the lion. There are a lion, and there are some animals. Books are available from PSSM. You can see their traits and their characteristics of that lion, tiger, and compared to other group animals, they're much different. They're much evolved. So even they sit down, they look vertical, like, they look, like this. So after that, like, what they learn many things, like, they will overcome the fears, fear of death, and fear of, like, they want to live. They live so badly because they will have problems with the human beings and other animals because they kill each other. So there, they have to overcome those indriyas. Then they will, once they evolve that particular soul, then it move into the human kingdom. So when it gets into the human kingdom, it will be evolved as an individual soul. But even they were born as an individual soul, you can see this, some people will have the same traits. They'll be in the groups. They can't live independently. They will have so much of dependency on certain groups, or within their group, or within the families, or whatever you say.
right,
So still, there some portion of evolvement is still lacking in that particular soul. Even they born as an individual soul, but some people are very independent. and they connect to the universe, they will be so abundant of many things.
Right. So
But
for my
other people are not like that. Even they're human beings. They are so much dependent on other human beings for everything. But some people, they're very independent and they
yes,
connect to the universe.
yes,
See, there is a differences. So such
absolutely.
people, they are much evolved compared to these people. Then they will have every chance of moving into the next phase, that is God's kingdom. Yes.
So
Yeah.
so so let's talk about a collection of stones. So if we are walking on the beach and we take, from a big collection, we take some stones away, are we affecting the group consciousness of that, group of stones? Because we do that when we go to the beaches, we see something
Maybe.
pretty rock, we
Yeah.
will bring it home. My daughter
Right.
does that, and I've never stopped her. Or,
Right.
or when we, something like that. So that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
How are we impacting the group consciousness of stones and even boulders when we're mining them? And what
Yeah.
about the
Could
mineral
be. Yeah.
kingdom when we're mining for gold and diamonds and other natural stones and we're wearing them? Like
I
when
mean,
we
so
turn,
those gems, gold and all, that is okay because they are evolved, that the souls are evolved to give to the humankind. So we are using them. So they will have powers. For example, if you go to an astrologist, he says, he counts something, some planets, and he will tell, okay, 3 months you wear emerald, so it would be good for you. Something like that. They will count some their time, the timings and everything. They say this particular planet is happening this with you or all that stuff. So
right.
so those gems are important for humankind because they will have some powers. So then it will override the bad luck or whatever, as per the
Right. I was thinking about that too, because let's say you find a huge piece of emerald. Well, that piece of emerald or diamond or whatever, it gets broken into so many pieces and it goes through such heat
Yeah,
to be polished.
because
And then,
we need, yes,
because
because
we,
we
we're
need
doing that
beauty.
for our own, right. So
Right.
we're putting it. So what happens to the collective consciousness of that big emerald
So once they
once it
become
gets,
gems, those are already have attained the powers, and they are there to help us. So
so we're not
those things,
killing them?
yeah, we can pick them up. But the thing is, like, as you said, it's subjected to overheat and all. So that is like, we need beauty, and I think that part is okay. But as you said, when we are collecting the stones and the small shells and all that stuff from the beach, so are we really affecting the group consciousness? Maybe. Why I'm saying maybe? Because I also try to do this. So whenever I try to do that, some kind of something happens, like, nothing bad, but if somehow I leave them there itself or forget them somewhere, but and I did not get a chance to bring them to home. I mean, to separate them from their original place. So this is always happens that for me. Maybe as you said, that could be the reason. So nature is not letting me to, separate them from their place. So that way, I can maybe I can put my 2 cents. Yeah.
Very great question and interesting question, Ramila.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a
Thank you.
wonderful explanation. Sorry, I took so much
No
time.
problem. Yeah, Navajot, ma'am, you raised your hand.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, I have a question. So, does this mean that was a very beautiful conversation you had, and a very nice question, Romila. Very grateful for that. So, does this mean that the rocks and the stones, boulders, they have a soul,
Yes.
even if they are inanimate, non-living?
No, non-living, we are thinking that non-living. They have still they are soul only. If you see the group consciousness, not only the stones, even the hills. If you go to the Smoky Mountains, just a huge mountains, you will see, like, range. Hills, range
Yeah,
of
yeah,
hills. Even, big
yes,
mountain, bigger than that. If you go
yeah,
towards Kenyans, still they have this group consciousness.
yeah,
They were there, hundreds and hundreds of years onwards. So, So they
So
they
the group consciousness mean they are not one soul, they are a group of souls staying together. Am I
yeah,
correct
they're
in
all
saying?
connected together. It is,
Okay.
yeah, they're all connected together.
So these the groups they evolve together,
They
like
have,
not
yes,
individually.
they evolve together. So once they
Awesome.
keep evolving portion by portion, portion by portion, then slowly they become independent when they are moving from one phase to other phase, all five kingdoms. Finally, they will
Okay.
get into human kingdom as a individual soul.
Yeah.
So there also you will see a difference in the human beings. All are not same. Some still they depend on other people. Some are very independent. Some are connected to the universe and they do a lot of other things. And then they move into uh, God's kingdom. There also it's a lot of differences will be there. And we say, what is that? In Telugu we say Kuladaivam. Each family will have one god or goddess.
Wonderful
Yeah,
Devi. Yeah, yeah.
Even
Kuldevi,
within the
Kuldevi.
families also, within the families, the human beings, when they were alive, but they become a god kind of to that particular family. So they worship them like, some the god or goddess who protects their families, only their particular families. So because of that particular atma evolved into towards that, and that also have to undergo many things. They also have to evolve even in the God's kingdom also. They have the atma or the soul should evolve so much, and then they become better and better, more different consciousness, that a godly consciousness than angels and paramatma, and a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
finally
I was reading the book Himalayan Rishis na that has mentioned this whatever about the God's kingdom you are
uh, okay,
describing.
so
Huh?
the
This
finally what,
also,
yeah, finally
yeah,
what
sorry.
happens was, once they're completely become, you know, like, Paramatma in the sense like that Atma or that soul will be out of this birth and death cycles. So even in the God's kingdom, even the Atma entered into the God's kingdom, still it will born. But once it become Paramatma, it will not born again. Like, and it will be out of the cycle of that birth and death cycles. Then what happens is that there it will start creating the new souls from it, creator. Then they become creators, and those new souls will enter into the cycle of birth and death. So, yeah. So that is how
Interesting.
even in
Yes.
the rishis also. See, all our gotras coming up like that, right? Some people will have Bharadwaja Gotra. Some people will have Budurakula Gotra, Bududu, Buddha, saint. And some people will have Vasishta Gotra. So they're coming out of those things. But the thing is, they should know how to, how they grow themselves spiritually. But if they don't know, they do, they live normally. Yeah. So that is it.
So Gautami ma'am, one more question, just last question. So the inanimate or the non-living things, as we call them,
Mhm.
in the evolving stage are like rocks and trees and grass and plants. Are the machine-made things also considered to have souls? Like suppose which is produced in a factory. What about those?
They produce in factory? What, like,
No, like chair,
Anything. For example, a
paper,
sofa, a
anything.
chair, a carpet, a
yeah,
table
yeah,
lamp,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. So, for example, the wooden bench or wooden whatever in the park,
Yeah,
we are sitting there.
yeah.
So those things are coming from the actual tree only. We are making it as a table, stool, or whatever it is. But still, it was sacrificed by a life. So
Yes.
if we are, moved, if you go back in the evolution. See, so we also sacrifice when we are in the plant kingdom, we also sacrificed ourselves and moved into animal kingdom, then human kingdom. So we definitely we will have those precursors in ourselves. So
Okay.
at certain spiritual practices, you can connect even to the stool or bench. So after all, it is part of your own soul.
Yeah, so like they say that suppose I was
Some
working in
people,
the gym and there was a
some
ball I
people,
was
right? Some
slamming.
people,
So after slamming, I said thank you or sorry.
yes,
You sit
exactly.
on a bench. Is that correct?
Yes. Actually,
Okay.
I have experienced these things, in Isha, one of the programs. So after that, from that time onwards, I have changed myself. Even I use the tissue paper in the outside,
Yeah.
in our offices or whatever. After I use the tissue paper, I use the tissue paper consciously. I don't pick up, previously I was doing something like that. I was
Yeah, we
picking up
should not
and doing like
waste.
this and throwing. I'm not doing it now like that. How
In
much is
spiritual
required? That
world,
much only tissue paper I'm taking. After I wiped my hands and I'm saying thank you in myself. Thank you for your sacrifice for the mankind.
Yeah. Okay. So that needs to be done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
say thank you. You sacrificed yourself for me. Thank you for your or thank you for your help. Consciously, I'm using the tissue paper or paper towel or anything and wiping my hands little bit and respectfully, I'm putting that into the bin. Yeah. So
ma'am,
this is
in
very
spiritual
important.
world,
Everybody should do it.
Such a lovely thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I tell to the kids also. Kids, they don't know. So, they take out, so much of paper, this much paper they take out. It is a fun
So
for them.
I tell my kids, have some respect for paper, right? That's
Yeah,
what I tell them. But now, after you have described, I'm going to describe it like the tree sacrifice their life so that they,
exactly.
become
Exactly.
more
If you if
eco-conscious
you
in
if
my
you
life.
go to some stationery shops and they're putting right, like this many trees sacrificed for this paper, those are small things will be there in the stores. Even for our
I can
bookmarks
put
also.
something.
Even for
Put
bookmarks.
something at home. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So those things we should show to them and we have to make them conscious about that to all the kids. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
Very
you very
nice.
much. Thank you. Thanks
ma'am,
for
can
asking.
I say something? Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
In spiritual world, like we say, right, everything is energy. Everything has a shape, body, and mind and atma.
Mm-hmm.
And we can talk to anything. Like if you connect to the house or car or a washing machine or chapel, we can connect and talk to them. Their soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we and in the spiritual PMC, they did some experiments also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, journey towards true path. I had that
Yeah.
conversation.
Yes, of course.
The
So the thing,
Purnatma
like,
Sridhar, yes,
we
he
first of all, we need the acceptance.
Yeah,
So that is what,
everything is
like,
energy.
even that you can do, even if you have a small money plant or any small plant in your home,
hmm
or if you have a crystal, simple crystal in
Yeah,
your home, or anything like, or, anything with the life, like,
yeah,
even a small grape or a
even
small
slippers
peanut.
also, everything is energy.
Yeah.
Slippers,
So you
trash,
can
and
keep it
everything.
on your hand and connect yourself with it through energy. And you tell the sweet words to it.
Yeah, nice words. We
Yeah,
can
nice
communicate
words and
them.
sweet words, like, how it is. See, even the bananas. See, the banana, each banana is its own it will have a own consciousness. It is each one is a separate component, life component. Banana.
Yes, we can
So
communicate
even
with
you
anything.
separate
Yeah,
that bananas from the tree, still it will act like a separate life. So you can talk to that banana too. And if you want to sell those bananas, for example, you can try it. Or if you want to give to somebody, like, we give these bananas along with the blouse piece and all to the women, right? So during the time, you can talk to a banana. So nicely, like, it will be cooperate the way you talk to it. Whatever you ask that banana, it will cooperate with you. If you want to sell those bananas, you can talk to the bananas. There's no force. If whomever you want to go to them and become part of their life, and again you attain life. Simple. So it helps you also because you are giving life to the banana again, which is excised from its own tree. So you are giving to someone and you're making that banana a part of their life. That means this banana will exist as a life in somebody else. The same thing you can do with yourself too. When you are eating banana, tell the same thing to the banana that you are eating. It will become, again, it will gain life and become a part of your life. It exists as a life within you.
We can connect with any soul, like living
Right.
things,
So
non-living
bananas
things.
are, you
Yeah.
can do it, or even, for example, even vegetables also, even the kids, they eat little bit and throw, or else they leave in the plate. So, you can teach them, like, even big people also do those things sometimes, like, we waste the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are all like, but anything, we need to use anything on this earth. We have to use it consciously. How much we have to use, that much we have to use and go. That's it. Nothing is ours on this earth or anywhere. Nothing is ours. We just come, use little
At
bit of
just
time and we go. Nothing is ours.
everything is energy, and we treat like as people, like we cannot connect and talk to the soul. That even pillow, blanket, and everything, even room.
You can talk to the life directly, not necessarily with the pillow or anything, You can have that experience.
No, the with the soul, yeah, with every soul, everything is soul. Everything has soul, body, and mind.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Any questions? All right. Then let's get into our.
Thank you, Gautami ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. No problem. Okay. Gastric things. Right. I'm sharing it now. Okay. I have two presentations actually. Okay, are you able to see it?
Yes. So our discussion for today is gastric trouble.
Yes. So the lesson is gastric troubles.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. Gastric problems. Spiritual tablet, gastric problems. Okay. Okay. What we need to do? Where is it? Is slideshow. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. So you are seeing something here, right? What is it? It's a digestive system. So, so we are going to talk about the spiritual tablet, gastric problems. So these gastric problems means what? The issues that related to your digestive tract, isn't it? So, see, from all these things, digestive tract, it is not that, only this part is related to the digestion. So the access point for the food, that is your mouth, your tongue, it is all part of your digestive tract. Okay. So here, in the spiritual tablet, they have divided this entire digestive tract into two parts. Okay. One is a positive end, another one is negative end. We will see from where to where the positive end and where to where negative end. The positive end is from, yes ma'am, Navjot ma'am. Do you have any question? You raised the, okay. So the positive end in the sense from mouth to small intestine. See? So this is mouth, teeth. Teeth are also important to smash your food, isn't it? So it is a part of your digestion only. So actually, uh, I, I have seen somewhere some video. That many times we have to crush with our teeth, it seems. When you take some portion of food, you have to make sure that you have to make your food so smooth with your all kinds of teeth. Our teeth also not just one kind, right? Morals, premorals, and there are so many kinds of teeth we have. So you should be able to use all types of teeth to crush our food. So your digestion started there only in your mouth itself. So that is why that was included as a part of a digestive tract. Okay. And in tongue. Tongue also helps, isn't it? Because the tongue, what? It produces, what is that? The saliva. The saliva has enzymes. Those enzymes are helpful to further further smash the food, make it so smooth. Those enzymes are required that the tongue will produce. And when you are using your mouth to crush your food, the tongue is in between. See, it moves this side, that side, that side, this side to make sure that, it's producing the enzymes over your food that you're crushing. And also, it makes sure that it will not get hurt and it will not come in between. It will not interfere in between when you are crushing the food. See, the tongue is so helpful. So that is why it also included in the in the part of digestive tract. And next, mouth, teeth, tongue, and salivary glands, pharynx, the pharynx. It's important. And like this, you can see esophagus. This is all esophagus. So esophagus and this is stomach. So between the esophagus and the stomach, there is a portion called a diaphragm. This is very important. The diaphragm will have a sphincter to like a lid. Diaphragm, the sphincter is like a lid. So how the lid is so tight for the tin that we have in the kitchen. So we put the lid so tightly so it will not get evaporated or it will not become moistened, whatever, the salt or anything. Exactly like that, the sphincter is so helpful to tighten the stomach, to tighten that portion so that, the digestive juices like, the highly acidic juices will not come out of the stomach. It will keep inside the stomach only. So the esophagus will not get affected by the acidic juices. So the sphincter is very helpful. The sphincter is very important, or the diaphragm is very important. A division between the esophagus and the stomach. So this is all your food goes inside like this. And then once it's gone into this stomach portion, then it will start getting metabolized by breakdowns, the breakdown of your food completely by the acidic juices. So once it is a breakdown, then you know that, proteins get separated and carbohydrates separate. So all those things, it will get into their own chemical reactions and finally they will convert it into glucose and that glucose will enter into the blood and the blood will supply all the glucose to the entire body parts from from brain to the all parts of the body as a food. Then meanwhile the insulin will be secreted. That insulin will help every part of your body to absorb the glucose, to have food, absorb the glucose for themselves, isn't it? So that is what it is. It is in the form of, if you go to bioenergetic cycle, it will be in the form of ATP, that is energy. See, this energy portion, this energy part will be there everywhere, not only at soul part. The energy is required. It is a bioenergetic cycles. Those are different chemical reactions, like, that ATP. So here inside the body, the energy will be in the form of ATP. So finally, that is how happens. So this is the positive end from mouth to small intestine. Okay, the small intestine also part of positive end of the digestive tract. So here negative end is from appendix, somewhere here. This is appendix. From appendix to rectum. Appendix, rectum, and anus. So these are negative end. That means, so whatever after digestion, whatever it is left over, that we have to excrete out of the body. So that excretion part, even the appendix also included in it. So that was, negative end. It will go off. So this is called the digestive tract. It is two parts. Okay. So in this, what are the things are coming? Gallbladder, this is pancreas, liver, this large intestine. The large intestine, appendix, rectum, and anus. This is a negative end. Okay. Yeah. But small intestine is like, it will be positive end. So actually, why is the positive negative? It is all entire, all the parts of this digestion is required to digest your food. If any of these things doesn't work, the food will be like, the human being will get the diseases. So it is so important, even a small part of any of these things, important for the digestion. But why they say positive and negative? Because this is a spiritual tablet. So we are talking about, what are the parts related to positive qualities and what are the parts related to negative qualities. Why qualities? Because if we don't use, if we don't, I mean, if the spiritually, if we don't use our apparatus properly, then what happens is some of the things, some of these parts will get affected. So based on those qualities, this was divided into two parts. For example, see, what they're saying is a positive end from mouth to small intestine. So what they're saying is, so these parts are related to positive qualities. So the positive qualities that we inculcate in us. Suppose if those qualities are lacking in the human being, these particular parts will get affected. Like, the mouth is a positive. It was put it in the positive end. So the mouth is important. So if you are lacking a positive quality that is related to the mouth, what happens? Mouth ulcers will come. We think, okay, let's put some vitamin C, so the ulcers will go off. Right? So, yeah, the medically, taking vitamin C is important. But spiritually also, there is a reason behind it. You are getting mouth ulcer. Means there is some positive quality. A positive quality is lacking in you that time. It is not that you don't have at all. But during that time, you might have catched up by the negative quality. So this particular quality was gone. Then what happens is, immediately the mouth indicates by its ulcers to you. Hey, this so-and-so quality is abnormal in you, or so-and-so quality is lacking right now in you. So, mouth ulcer, like that. So, and next, negative end. The lower part is the large intestine, the appendix, rectum, and anus. So if these are called negative and it deals with, as I said, it's an excretion, that is a waste excretion, and they're related to negative qualities like Arishad Vargas. Arishad Vargas, you need to read that Arishad Varga tablet. When somebody is having any physical problem at this place, like, either in the large intestine or anything, their rectum, they're not able to go to the stools softly or something like that, or anus problems will be there, piles or something like that, or some people will have intestinal cancer, or some kind of cysts, or some kind of tumors, or peptic ulcers, these things keep coming, it's very commonly. So nothing to worry about it. So the body is indicating that I am suffering with this. So that means that particular quality is lacking in you, or you're catched up with the negative qualities, like one of the Arshad Vargas. So that is why you got this illness in this particular portion of the body, particular portion of the intestine, or the rectum, or anus, or some people will have some cancers and all these things. So you need to take care of this. So anything like, the body is indicating means it is good. It's a positive only. Otherwise, who will tell us? Then automatically we should start working on that particular Arshad Varga, or on that particular positive quality that was lacking during that time. So that is how we should understand these gastric troubles. It is for our welfare only. It is for our sake only. If you guys are having an acidity problems. That means the acidity problem in this is two kinds, as you know that. What happens? The burning sensation will be there, and the acidic juices will be kicked up. That means the sphincter become loose. The diaphragm, at that particular portion of a diaphragm, the sphincter became loose. Then what happens? The acidic juices will kicked up. Then what happens? You feel that, that acidic burpings, and you feel the burning this all over the esophagus and heart burning. So then you need to work on that particular positive quality that was lacking during that time for you. So once you started working on it, and once it is set right, then automatically the acidity problem will be gone. The same thing with the rectum. Some people, they suffer with the intestinal cancers and all this because of all those things. So that is what they're saying here. Next. What is, okay. 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 So what are the positive qualities? We'll see. So the major, okay. Okay. So throat also there. Okay. Here, not only tongue, the throat. That means that the chakras, right? What are the chakras are there? Here the throat chakra, and here Manipuraka chakra, we are coming, further in the other slides. But what I'm saying, the chakras also play in a role in this. So what are the positive qualities? These are all the positive qualities. Being passionate of your work, or passionate about your the skill, the passionate about the music, dance, are informative. Being informative, that is also positive quality. Many people, they don't know anything. When they don't know anything, what? Their lack of awareness. They don't know what's happening around the world. But around the world, you may not, but a little bit we should be able to know about it. So people are not informative. So being informative is a positive quality, charismatic, wise, interactive, interacting with everybody, animated, sincere, being sincere. Sincerely, people will work. Sincerely, they do many things. They will be very sincere. Sincere about the time, sincere about the boss, sincere about the project, sincere about, the wife, husband, and everything. Similarly, real, being real, Satyam. Truth is different and reality is different. Reality is universe always real. So, being real, persuasive, people centered, like, if somebody, they will be center of attraction. Some people, so once they go there, everybody will turn towards them. So that is center of attraction. They become center of attraction. That is also a positive quality. Empathetic, like, being empathetic. Descriptive, similarly, gestures, confidence, and star quality. Like, we know that even in the film industry also, some people have a star quality. Jackie Sharaf and some people, but not all heroes or all heroines are not have a star quality. Only few heroes and a few heroines will have star quality. The remaining people, they're all good heroes, heroines, but they will not have that quality. So projection, motivation. Some people will have self-motivation. They can motivate others also. That is also a positive quality. Belief. Some people, we don't believe anybody. I mean, it is not a great thing. You're not able to believe. Means what? It is not a good quality. If you believe, then only you learn. If you believe your teacher, you learn from the teacher. If you believe the guru, you learn from the guru. Oh, I don't believe whatever she says. Maybe it is just, you don't care. Means you don't learn anything. Sincere, articulate, energetic, all these streamlined, knowledgeable, whatnot. These are all positive qualities. Okay. Next, concentration. Okay. Concentration, memory is a positive quality. Kindness, being kindness towards human beings, kindness towards animals, plants, everything. Even tissue paper, as I said, kindness. So some things we don't know, okay? But initially we may not know. But once we know, we have to be kind. We should start practicing these qualities. Once you practice, automatically it will become part of your personality. Believe me. If you don't practice anything, you cannot build a good character. So by birth, we don't have anything. We just born. But everything we learn after we born. By seeing someone or by grasping from somewhere, by collecting the data from somewhere, right? So same way, when you come to know some good things, you need to put that good things into practice. Then finally what happens is when you're practicing, it will become part of your personality, part of your character. That is how we build up good characters. I don't believe, I don't know, I need proof. Who will show you the proof? Why? Don't they have anybody? Don't they have any work to prove everything in front of you? You have to learn. If you try, then only the door will open. If you don't try to open the door will not be open. Why somebody will come and open door for you? I have seen many people like that. We don't believe. What is the proof? Why I should show you proof? There are so many things. There are books, but you don't believe. There are people like me, they tell you easily and freely, but you don't believe because you don't want to do it. So if you don't do it, then how do you know that is correct? So next, compassion. Love also practice. 12 signals, 10 signals, traffic signals. If you want to love, first you have to love. If you want love from your society, first you love the society. So that is also like, when you practice, then only it will become your character, part of your character. Just like that, nothing will come. Next is self-confidence. You need to have a confidence, self-confidence. That is also you have to do some homework. Some people may not have the self-confidence to do something. They may be good at something, but may not be good at other things. Then what you need to do? Comparing with them and feeling bad or feeling jealous? No, that should not be done. You have something, but you want to move forward or you want to learn more, then you have to do hard work on it. You have to develop the confidence. When you start doing, when you are start putting stepping stones or whatever, brick by brick, then slowly your confidence will develop. That is how one has to develop their self-confidence. But not just by comparing with someone, feeling bad and interfering into their life and stopping them not to develop. That is not the things to be done. Next, self-esteem. Once you have a self-confidence, you will be with the self-esteem. So that is how we should be able to develop these positive qualities and build up our character. So if any of these things are lacking, then what happens is these portions will get affected and they will tell you in the form of illness. Especially, there are different kinds of gastric problems are there. So those problems will come with the pancreas also will get affected. Gallbladder, some people, gallbladder get affected and all these things. Okay. What is the... Okay. Okay. So how do you know that that particular quality is required for you? Isn't it? Yeah, I'm keep on saying, develop your character and this quality, that quality. Okay. So we should know at times what quality is required for us so that we can work on it. Okay. We get situations. So we should be able to utilize those situations and opportunities. For example, see this old man. This old man, like, he's maybe he's unable to cross the road or he needs some help. So this boy is here, this young man is here. Then immediately this young man should be able to help this old man. So that way, the kindness, the compassion, the empathy. So these qualities, he will work on them using this situation, this old man's situation, and he can, once he continue these qualities, whenever the opportunity comes, whenever the situations are arising, then automatically those qualities will become part of his character. He'll become kindful. He's a kind man. People will talk about this guy. Oh, he's a kind man. I always see him helping many people. I saw him somewhere 2 days ago, and today he's at the school. He's helping the school kids because he will start enjoying that kindness. Once it become a part of your character, you will start enjoying it. Though you are so busy in your profession, family, and all that stuff, some amount of time, definitely you will take it out. The nature will help you that way. So when you are helping to someone, in return, you will get happiness and satisfaction and completeness within yourself. You will experience those things. So that is how we need to develop the qualities. Similarly, this young lady, she's helping this old woman. And here, this mom is, cooking something, feeding to the kid. Because kids are helpless, right? When the baby born too, still they become independent. They're helpless. Definitely mom, dad have to help them. So from kid also, parents will learn a lot of things. Lot of things when you are serving the kid, when you are loving the kid, when you are helping your own kids and other kids, you learn a lot of things from the kids, which you forgot. When you are a kid, you also have those qualities. When once you became, when you grown up, you left those qualities. So those things you will, again, you will get it back. So that is how the kids will help the big people, parents or anybody else, school teachers or anybody else. You can learn many things from the kids. It is a mutual. They also learn from parents. And similarly here, so yeah, and these are all like, so these are all the situations. See, this lady, she's not able to walk. She's sitting in the easy chair and this man is helping her. And this man is helping the dog. And this man is sweeping the whatever, the road or something like that. See, he's helping to the society. So this is also a big thing. And this lady, she's cooking something. And this man, he's selling some food. And this man is buying there. So this here, they're buying. So here in the selling something to the society. That is also a help. Of course, through that service, he's earning money. But still, there's so many things the seller can learn. Like, how to talk to humbly, how humbly to talk with the customers. How good quality of the food giving to the customers. Like this, many qualities will be. Similarly, here the nurse and patient, like this. So these are all competency of qualities and quantities and all that stuff. Okay, development of qualities. Okay, and yeah. Okay, so this is the circumstances and situations, they're all like, doorsteps. So here, some of the situations I would like to tell you. These are the books. Okay. So these are the books you can, maybe you can write down. See, there are some circumstances also arise. When the people are there, not only you get the situations, opportunities to learn the qualities, positive qualities, but there are some circumstances with the similar people, with the same people, isn't it? So, always like, sometimes you have to blame them or they blame you. Like, such kind of circumstances will come. Even with such circumstances also, you should be enthusiastic to learn new things. So those things implement in life and that will become wisdom and you will become a wise man or wise woman. So circumstances help you to learn something different. And those situations will help you to develop new, by giving new opportunities, it helps you to develop the qualities. So these are the books you can, no, not the books. It is just cartoons. So due to unforeseen circumstances, you learn lessons and implement in the life and finally you become a wise man or wise woman. And life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So this is very, very good slogan. See, as long as, if you don't want to learn anything, if you don't learn anything, you will be very comfortable. And when somebody is taking care of you, parents are taking care of you, husband is taking care of you, our wife is taking care of the entire family, people will be so comfortable. Isn't it? So they don't want to learn anything. They don't want to encounter any circumstance. They don't want to use any opportunity to develop their character because they're comfortable. As long as you're comfortable, you never learn anything. The moment your comfort zone ends, then your life begins. That is what it is saying. See, it is beautifully they are showing, all this path is comfortable. As long as this particular bridge is there, it's comfortably you're walking on the water. Once this bridge is gone, you have to jump into the water and swim. There's no other option. So you have to learn the swimming. There you learned a new skill because you got an opportunity only this bridge is finished. This wooden thing. Your comfort zone is gone. That is what it is. And this one is challenge is ahead. Okay? Change, sorry, not challenge. Changes are ahead. See, only the comfort zone is gone, then your changes will ahead. As long as you are within this, no change. That's what this cartoon saying. Okay. So, okay. So, I want to show a different one now. Okay. Let's see this one. I got a two PPTs, so that's why I want to utilize both of them. Let us see what it has. Okay. Mhm. If we have any new points, we'll pick up from here too. Positive, negative, stomach. Okay, this I already told you. Situations, doorsteps, date, body food, direct fruits. Okay, they're okay. So we are, both are similar but different. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. So far, to understand these situations and all, and not only what are the spiritual tablets we have to use. Okay. So let us see what they are saying is, okay. So to find which positive quality is needed to develop. Okay. See, for example, okay. See, body's food is body, the food to the body is the food that you're eating. Okay. So what is the food for your soul? The food for your soul is situations. Because soul is always towards learning. Isn't it? Soul always towards learning. If it learns something, then only it can enhance its consciousness. Otherwise, it loses its consciousness. Did you get my point? That means it loses energy too. So, it needs the situations because from the situations, it learns good or bad, happiness or painful. How much you're painful, it doesn't matter. It's up to you and your pain. Who cares? But soul is learning there. So that is why we should not get depressed. We should not be in the pain. So some painful situation is coming in your way means your soul is attracting to that situation because your soul wants to learn something from the situation. Unnecessarily, you don't bog down. So help your soul. So how fast you help, that much fast you come out of that agony. See, that is how, that's how we should be able to manage ourselves. So here, what's happening here? So how the day is divided into three parts. Morning, you eat breakfast. Afternoon, you eat lunch. Nighttime, moon will come and you sleep. So just like that, the situations also will come and go. It is every day. Every day sun will come, go. Every day moon will come, go. So every time the situations keep coming for you. Morning one situation, afternoon one situation, night one situation. Morning you eat breakfast, one situation, you will be in one situation. Afternoon you're eating lunch, you will be in another situation. So this morning and day and night also, it is help you to come out of many things. See, Jesus tells, somebody asked Jesus, it seems, one of his disciples, why this day and night there? Why can't, only one thing will be there all the time? So then Jesus told, it seems, what he said was, so whatever is happening during the daytime, that you should forget in the night time. Just before the sleep, you should forget it. You should leave it. Not the forget, you should leave them from your brain or whatever. You should be out of the situation before you sleep. Then again, next day morning, another situation will be ready for you. Go through that. And before you sleep again, come out of it. So day and night was given for that only. So that means we should not keep anything with us, whether it is happiness or pain or anything. It will come, learn learn something from it and leave it. That's it. So nothing is permanent. Nothing comes with you. Nothing is yours. Everything is just to teach you something. That's it. To make you knowledgeable. That's all. So that is how this day and night also helping you. He said that. So same thing we can apply here. Okay. Another thing is rice curry sweet. I think you guys already finished this. I think 3 series of tablets. You already finished the exam also on this. So rice curry sweet. What is the meaning of this? Rice, your soul. Rice is for the soul. It's a food for soul. And curry is, the goals that you have. So once this and these are fulfilled, then you will get a madhuram, sweet. Your experience will be sweet. So that is what this third tablet will teach you. This rice curry and sweet. It is a completely quality learning. And in this tablet only, you will learn how to, the planning. 1 day planning, 1 week planning, 1 month planning, 1 year planning, right? So in this the tablet, in the 3 series tablet only, you will learn these things. I hope you must have worked on it, and already you guys are working on your 1 month planning or 1 week planning and all the stuff. Hopefully you are doing that. So we did it. When we are in the L1, when we are doing L1, we were so enthusiastic to, set up these plans and working along with it. Okay. So this is all, the basic soul wisdom and purpose, the basic soul wisdom, rice, the curries, the purpose and perfection. Then you will get the experience of sweetness. So this will improve your determination. If you follow this tablet, it will improve your determination to work towards those situations. Okay. Next. Okay. Okay. So these are fruits, coconut. Like, if you are like coconut, like, it's very hard, right? Coconuts. So coconuts generally, they say, like, it is an ego. It's a coconut is for ego. So even religious practices also, we offer coconut to God, means we are leaving the ego. When we are breaking the coconut in the temple, that means we are leaving the ego there itself. So that is how, the elders will teach us, the coconut means. So similarly, mixture is like, it is a purpose, like, slowly, the mixture is, many things. Mixture means it will have so much of, like, the things like, peanut, this, that, everything will, it is a mixture of many things. So this is like, when you, mixture is like, when you see the mixture either in the dream or like, you should understand that it is number of purposes are there. You need to settle down slowly. You need to set up those purposes slowly and work towards those particular situations. So that is how we need to understand these signs also. And the next thing is, yeah. So we need to see, yeah. So this is something like, spiritually, how we have to change ourselves. Like, not only that, we also should realize, you should help other people to realize that who they are. So to make other people realize who they are, first you need to realize yourself, who you are. So for that, these are the things helpful. Like, aham brahmasmi. Okay. So when you are realizing the progress of your journey, the spiritual journey, you need to focus on the spiritual relationship with yourself and to the God. You can pick up any God, if the community God also will help you. Okay. Universe also will help you. So wherever you have a belief that there is some power on the top that will lead you further, or that will lead you forward. So that belief you need to develop. Once you realize, automatically you will progress towards that journey. So the spiritual powers, to attain the spiritual powers, you need to have the universal love. That means you should be like, oneness. Universal love means like oneness. You should have that oneness practice. Like, you should see yourself in everybody, in everything, including the trees or anything, in a small grape. We already talked about this. Even in the small peanut, wherever the life is there, you feel that, that is you. And everything is in you. And you are everywhere. Just like, Krishna. So what Krishna, when Yashoda got a complaint from other kids and other neighbors that, your son is eating the mud, then she went on him angrily. I'm getting complaints on you. You are eating mud. Show me your mouth, mother. So then he opened his mouth. He is, maybe 3 years, 4 years fellow, or maybe 5 years fellow. He opened his mouth. Then in his mouth, she could see the entire universe. What is the meaning of it? Such a small kid, how he had the entire universe in him. So Krishna is already in that soul level. Anahata chakrastha is like, he already put the entire universe in him that he showed to his mother and to us. So that is called oneness. And he is the entire universe, and the entire universe is in him. He's already in, his soul is already in that level. He's an incarnation. He just came to do something, and he did it and he left. So the oneness means that is how we need to practice. So Krishna's example is the best example, as everyone knows. And if you read about the Krishna things and so many spiritual things, you will understand. This is most popular thing, this one. So it's a very good example for a oneness. So when you are connected to the universal love, you are connected to the God only. Automatically, you will attain the spiritual powers, and you realize who you are, and automatically you can help other people to realize who they are. So these things are very important, for to get out of the illness of the positive and digestive tract, like, up above the stomach. And the next thing is aham brahmasmi. What is aham brahmasmi? I am the God. So one has to realize, like, so our spiritual body, we have 7 bodies and one of them is spiritual body. It's a center core. It is connected with the Purnatma or Paramatma. So but you need to help. By doing a meditations and all, you have to access the cosmic energies, divine energies, and you get energized all your soul bodies and get connected with the Paramatma. That is what called unconditional love. So Paramatma, you can connect to the Paramatma through love. The connection between you and Paramatma is the love. So once these things happen, then automatically you will realize that you are part of Paramatma, you only God. Once your soul becomes spiritual, once you understand or once you realize that you are the God, then automatically what happens is your thought process also will change and you will attain the characteristics of God and your thought process will change. You become spiritually strong. Once you become spiritually strong, you can achieve anything in the physical world and in the spiritual world as well. You become like a Buddha. What Lord Buddha did? He fixed a frame of life to the world. So you become like that. So the realization of that you are God is very important. Once you do this kind of spiritual practices, these illnesses, you will come out of this kind of illnesses, gastric illnesses, whether at the positive end or negative end. Similarly, Prajnam Brahma. Okay, Prajnam Brahma means like spiritual wisdom is God, nothing but God. It is there in the Bhagavad Gita. So then Tattvamasi, as I said just now, if you make other people to realize that they are God, that is called Tattvamasi. Aham Brahmasmi, I am the God. Realization within you. Tattvamasi, making other people to realize the same thing. Next, Sarvam Kilvidam Brahma. That means everybody is God. That is oneness. I already told in the beginning, just before. Oneness. Best example, Krishna. So, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Everything is God. Everybody is God. Because once you practice oneness, you will see God in everybody. You don't see other things. So gastric trouble, that is how you need to attain the spiritual. Once you attain these spiritual powers, then automatically what happens is you will come out of these illnesses. Of course, you need to take tablets. That is have to be there. And along with it, that will not break. Once you realize spiritually who you are, the diseases will not become chronic. Okay. And the next thing is a gastric trouble in stomach. It is there or no? Okay, let me go to the okay. So I'm going to the next one. Another thing. Okay, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Okay, Aham Brahmasmi is here. And this I already told you. And so this one has come. Okay, that is fine. Yeah. So gastric trouble in stomach, for example. So why that has, okay, see these chakras, as I mentioned you in the beginning, to you. So these digestive tract, these digestive tract, see, for example, this is a throat. Throat is a part of a digestive tract, right? So at that place of a throat, what? The chakra is, throat chakra is there, Vishuddhi chakra. So the chakras are also linked to these parts, isn't it? So that is why when people are becoming ill, when they are suffering with this gastric problems at various parts of the digestive tract, so various because the tract is linked to or these chakras, the chakras will also become abnormal. So once the chakras are unbalanced or abnormal, the spiritual problems will come. So that is the energy problems will come, isn't it? So that is another spiritual reasons behind that. So your chakras also will get affected. So here, for example, see, if the problem is in the stomach, there is a gastric trouble in the stomach. What happens? At this place, what do you have? Manipuraka chakra will be there at this place, isn't it? So it is a fire chakra, Manipuraka chakra. So then what you need to do? You need to work on 5 powers. What are those powers? You should be utilizing those 5 powers in a righteous manner. If you have any acidity in your stomach or any ulcers in your stomach or any other problem, stomach pain or this pain or stomach virus and going to the diet, any kind of a problem is coming here, the stomach, the indication is indicating that you should use 5 powers in a righteous manner. What are those powers? That is number 1, money, position, speech, thought, time. All 5, these are all powers. These are the powers in our hand. We are using these powers to live in the physical world. The same powers you should be able to utilize in a spiritual manner too. Then only we will get out of that illness, particular illness. If the stomach is in the pain, then you have to work on these 5 powers. So see if there is any money leaking. Maybe you are spending so much, or somewhere some credit card is like, somebody is misusing your credit card. You must have forgotten somewhere. Or any of your family members, there will be a connection. If through them, its money is leaking somewhere, you have to do that. I have done this. When I was having continuous acidity problems and all, I worked on these 5 powers. I took leave from my job and sat down. I started working on each and everything. I started very simple things also. I picked up my credit card bills and I started looking at them. And somewhere, some of the people, they are putting money on that. That means our credit card numbers somehow they picked up. And so I started calling the credit card people and I asked them, I never spent this money. I don't know how this is coming on. And the last month also I paid it off because I did not see my credit card bill properly. Could you please work on it? They will put it, I put it in for the dispute. So the credit card people, they sent me the money first, then they put it in a dispute, they worked on it, and they will came back after some time that, that really I did not spend and it is a fraud. So from that point onwards, I started working on the money thing and the position, speech, maunam, silence. It is a beautiful spiritual tablet. Use that tablet, silence. Silence internally and also externally. And speech. Wherever it is required, that much only you speak. Wherever it is required, you speak. Where it is not required, don't speak. Nobody will bother also, even you don't speak. We think like, we don't say hello. We don't talk to them. If people will think that we are not actively or effectively working with them. No, don't bother about it. Even you don't speak also, they don't care. It's all just our thinking only. Nobody cares. Nobody call and ask you, hello, hi. So next, thoughts. Thoughts also. We are sitting in the meditation, gaining a lot of energy, but we don't know how to save that energy and we don't know how to utilize that energy. If you are using the energy positively, you will gain the positive energy in return. But unknowingly, if you are used up all that energy in different ways, which doesn't help you in return, then the energies are drained out. That is also a leaking. It is energy leaking, money leaking, energy leaking, by speech also energy leaking, and time. Don't waste time. Wasting time. Positions. If all four of them, if you can work all four of them, your position will be unshakable. Otherwise, somebody or other, they will try to shake your position. Whether you are in a higher official, just official, or normal employee, whatever it is, doesn't matter. People will compete with you. They will try to shake your position. People lose jobs. So these things are like, when you are having acidity problems or any problem in your stomach, either in the front portion or back portion, whatever, you have to work on these 5 powers. All right. Next. So Manipuraka chakra is powerful because your internal body energy will be stored there. Okay. This is very, very important. Next one is, this is the power for you, powerhouse. Next, gastric trouble in the mouth. Ulcers. I think I already told you, right? Swallowing about food pipe and so it is like, you have to see why the mouth ulcers will come. The positive quality is lacking at that during that time. It's not that you never have it. You might be having it. During that time, you are catched up with negative quality and this positive quality is not working for you. The main positive quality should be acceptance. You need to accept and work on it. If there is a situation that comes in your way, accept that situation, work on it. See, if you don't accept that, then mouth ulcers will come. And next thing is like, day and night. Like, morning the gastritis are coming and night time, it is so uncomfortable, some people will have it. So day and night, there is a spiritual tablet, right? How the yogi. So yogi utilize the day and night timings. Like, even the night time, like also he will sleep early and he'll wake up after a few hours and he will consciously he will be like, conscious activities like a meditation and reading some spiritual books for some time. And then he goes into sleep again. He'll, the day and night tablet is there, right? So that one has to follow. Okay. So next, if people are suffering from any surgical problems, surgical problems, it is like a bridge concept. You know that bridge concept? Did you finish that in your syllabus? Bridge concept, hopefully, right? So bridge concepts, you need to work on it. Bridge lessons, like whether it is a short time or long time, isn't it? So bridge lessons, try to recollect it. Then automatically what happens, this is surgical problems and, the chronic cancer, chronic ulcers, these are all, for such kind of illnesses, these bridge lessons are very important. So that is what that. So I think you know the bridge lessons, so you want me to tell you. Maybe, shall I tell you? Maybe I can touch them. I need someone to tell. Do you know the bridge lesson or no? You want me to tell or no?
Sure, because it was only briefly mentioned during one of the classes.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the last module.
Okay, so I also might touch, may not be that deeper. So the bridge concept is what? See, for example, yeah. See, for example, medicines we take. Okay. So for example, a diabetes patient is there. So if you talk to any diabetes patient, so they will tell 2-3 things they are using it. They will go to medical doctor and they also go to, what is that, Ayurvedic. Yeah, Ayurvedic medicines also they take. So they will talk about what, Vatam, Pittam, what is that, Kapham, those kind of things also they will try to manage in their body. So those, that concept is not there in medical books. But in Ayurvedic books, that concept is there. So they follow those things. They use the Ayurvedic medicines, and also they use the English medicines, and also they do meditations. They do so many things, right? If you talk to any diabetes patient, they will tell all these things. We are doing meditations also. We are going to the gym. We are on the diet control. We are doing the exercise. So many things they keep doing it for the holistic health cure, right? So wherever the gaps are there, they try to fill it to come out of that illness, right? So that is called bridge concept. So you will find a gap somewhere. So you try to fill that gap. Or you will try to construct the bridge between this and this. And then finally, you will cure your health. Yes, sir.
Can I add something to this
Sure,
bridge?
please. Yeah.
Because people need to understand.
Yeah.
When do you construct a bridge? Anyone?
When you identify.
When do you build a bridge?
When
So when you identify where you stuck.
When you?
When we have trouble in the path.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that means there is a break in the path.
Right.
And there is a gap in the way.
Correct.
Connect to two things.
Now, for example, let's say that as you are going on a journey, the road breaks. Do they give you a diversion? Do they provide a diversion?
Yes.
Right? Wherever there is a challenge of progression, there is a diversion. Now, why is the diversion there? It may slow you down, but it will not stop your journey. Correct?
It gives an option.
Now, the concept of a bridge is of that kind. The bridge concept, the evolution of the bridge concept is when your life journey is going on and there is a breakage, you need a workaround for a temporary this one so that the journey does not stop. What happens if the journey stops? Think spiritually. What happens when your journey stops?
We don't learn our lesson completely.
You don't learn your lesson. You do not
Completely.
progress.
Yes.
You stagnate. And stagnation is an interruption to
Progression.
progression, or other way to read the word progression is circulation.
Yes.
So you are stalling there. You are stuck there. When you are stuck, you need to see what is it that you missed in your life that you wanted to continue, but you have broken away from it. For example, somebody has a desire to learn music, let us say, and he is unable to progress for whatever reason. That means that journey, that stream has got stuck. That stuck learning, that stuck progression, that stuck journey would have resulted in a problem which is impacting the overall journey of life. You need to build a bridge. How do you build the bridge? by learning and continuing, once again continuing what you had left undone. For that, you need a strategy, you need a plan. That is how you link the plan part into your progression of the life journey and proceed. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Can you
sir.
explain that with an example, sir? Like, not just related to music, like someone
Okay.
may not be
No.
learning music, right?
Let's take one example.
Yes, sir.
I love doing book clubs. Because of someone making one stupid statement, I got very angry and I discontinued. Okay. I stopped my love of propagating. It turns out that I stopped spreading the knowledge at my level of soul consciousness. One of my dharma is prachara dharma. There are multiple ways of doing prachara dharma. One of them is emanating knowledge. I stopped. Right? Around that time, there was a breakage in my skin.
Wow.
Okay. Whatever I do, that skin wound, skin ulcer, as you call in your medical terminology, would not heal. I will apply medication, I will do everything. Then, so one day I met GK sir and said, GK sir, what is this? Why is this skin not healing? I had met him in Vizag in one of the sessions that he had organized before the pyramid was built. And we were seeing how to improve spiritual tablets as an organization. He said, Chandra, see whether there is something you have missed which you like doing, which gives you extra energy when you do, and continue that, restart that. Okay. Then I restarted doing this book club, helping people with creating mind maps to understand the subject and so on. And, right, as I continued that way, one fine day that skin had closed by itself.
So I have one question here.
Oh.
Actually,
Yeah.
why that situation arised you? So what is the
No,
spiritual reason?
arrogance. Arrogance. Someone asked me a question that I could not answer. Then he said, you don't know anything.
Ah.
So immediately I said, what the hell? I know so much more than him. Right? That became an arrogance in me. Okay, this group doesn't deserve me. Took a call and then moved away.
Okay.
Right? But somewhere nature was giving me reminders of various kind. At that time, I did not realize that it was reminders till it became a non-healing wound. Now, one day when I started looking into how is my life, like you were saying, right? Sit down, I took leave and then I started looking at what all happened. Something very similar. I didn't have to take leave because I'm not working.
Okay.
Right. Then I said, something is missing. And when GK sir said this, I started putting down. I said, I wanted to learn music. Did I really want to learn music? The answer was no. Right. So what is music for me? Music is spreading knowledge, which I stopped. Okay. And the universe of the students of spiritual tablets suffered. I could have elevated the situation, but my arrogance, my hurt ego came in the way. It didn't manifest as a, a gastric problem. Probably those energies were higher than what it could have.
Right.
But the net result was it impacted something else.
Something else. Yeah.
It created a discontinuity in one of the largest organs of the body,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
skin.
The skin. Yep.
Correct. And it did not allow me to progress because whatever I do, any kind of dressing, you go to a doctor, you say put stitches, even they will open up and they will not heal. In fact,
So even if you took antibiotics and even if you put
in fact,
antibiotics,
the
no
wound
healing.
size,
nothing.
which was
Even
a scratch,
yeah. Cracks.
the wound size started as a scratch. It became 1 centimeter deep.
Oh,
Okay. It started oozing. I was
Oh.
worried that my skin would, my bone near the ankle would get poisoned, which means they would have to amputate that portion. It came to that
was it
stage.
because, sir, was it because of the diabetes you have that it was not healing?
That is what the doctor's interpretation was. But
Okay.
it would heal. Hey, if that is the case, if I keep my diabetes under control, it should heal.
Yeah.
It should heal, yeah.
Right.
I did not. My diabetes was under control by then. I
Yeah.
had come out
Oh,
of diabetes challenges, but still it would not heal. So then I said, all these medical reasons, put them aside. Identify what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's a
And
good
when I
example. Thank you so
restarted
much, sir.
it took another 6 months, but it completely vanished.
Vanished. Miracle, yeah.
And the new skin on that looks yesterday's skin.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So that is the way you apply a bridge concept.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yep.
So,
So
sir,
Dr. GK helped build you the bridge, correct?
Dr. GK helped identify what it was.
What it was, okay.
Okay. He said something you are missing. He said maybe you wanted to learn music and all because he always thinks in terms of Anando Brahma related topics.
Okay.
Because that's where the pleasure gets expressed. Correct. Now, when I started applying it there, I said there is no interest in music. I am anyway listening to all the music that I can in the world. I am enjoying it. But something else is missing. What is that? What is that? What is that? Whatever I like, I am not doing. Hence, this.
It's the
When
book
I
club. Yeah.
extended it, yeah,
You do
So-
it very passionately, sir. You
I
do it
know.
with 200%, interest. We can see that, like, it in and out of 10,000
That's
books. So,
true.
yeah,
Right.
he was
So
right. Yeah.
when you stay away from what you
Enjoy.
identify as you meditate more and more, you will get to identify what is your purpose in life. Okay. And then if you don't follow that, then you are creating a problem for yourself.
Yeah.
So, sir, everything must be perfect now. You must be glowing because every day we ask for you.
You tell me whether I am glowing or not. As far
I
as
think
my
you are.
internal systems
And
are concerned, they are glowing.
I keep asking you to come to the US so we can meet you in person.
That is beyond my, what you call, immediate horizon. Because there are certain responsibilities coming up.
Right.
I may become a grandfather once again. So we need to
Congratulations.
support that process here,
Of course.
identify who is driving, right? And
Yeah.
then maybe after that.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, congratulations.
I know.
Sir, if you don't
It's
follow
not
the
congratulations, it's a question of responsibility at this age. The congratulations go to my children.
Yeah, congratulate them as well, sir.
Sure, sure. Right.
It's a
So,
No,
great
sir.
point.
No,
Wait.
sir. Grandfather, sir. असल से सूद ज्यादा प्यारा होता है, sir. You got double happiness, I'm telling you.
I already have it.
Double
I already have. I'm a
Two
grandfather thrice.
grandkids.
How many times can I become a grandfather? Let us.
खुशी तो होगी ना हर बार की.
हाँ, वो तो होता ही और डर भी लगता है ना.
तो सर हम बधाई तो देंगे ही ना, वो तो आपका
हाँ,
हक है.
ठीक है, चलिए चलते हैं, आगे बढ़ते हैं.
Yeah.
So you got the concept of bridge concept, right?
Right.
Chandra
Yeah.
sir, like if you don't follow the purpose of your life, then it will like
It will
you
impact
get
in one way or the other.
yeah. It is like if you don't follow the purpose of life, if you then you will get some issue, right?
Something will be.
Yeah.
These are all warnings of deviation in life.
Mm.
That makes it a dis-ease. It is not disease.
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
dis-ease.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this bridge concept, so as Chandra sir mentioned, that the remaining points, see, he could identify his problem in time. Here, the time management also very important in the bridge lesson.
Exactly. Yes.
If otherwise, what happens is nature always works with the time. It moves, keeps moving. It moves to the next thing.
I think
And
your
he's
statement should be
yeah, he's
on
an unhealed
planet
skin.
Earth.
Yeah,
On the planet Earth, nature moves with time.
exactly. So his unhealed skin problem will become more and more. Would have
It
been
will become a coconut after that.
coconut after that. So that is why time management, identifying, where you are. So the problem identification should be the right time, and action towards it is also in the right time. Time management is very, very important here. And also changing the elements. So changing the elements in the sense, what is required to do that? For example, his thing, we will take it, like that, many examples. You need to see how, see, when you are constructing a bridge between two junctions to fill that gap, you need raw materials also, isn't it? If the raw material, this particular raw material is not immediately available, then you need to use something else which is equivalent to that. Somehow you have to fill that gap, or somehow you construct the bridge in time. You take alternate routes, you take parallel routes, doesn't matter, but do it in time. You finish it in time. So these are the important points for the bridge lessons. So, whether it is a illness or the spiritual thing, even energy things also, we all experience this. Suddenly our energies keep changing. Energy unbalance or energies will keep changing. You will feel, your body will tell you. Your body is, even the body is telling you, you're not taking care, means you're not noticing it. It's a big problem. You're not in connection with your own body. We try to connect with somebody else somewhere, but not with our own body. So the energy unbalances or energy changes also, the body will tell you. Then use your intellectual soul, intellectual body to understand it. And those energy unbalance also a big problem. It is you will stuck there. Whether it is negative or positive or whatever it is, you will not move forward. So that is also a important identification. Then you need to using this bridge concept and where you stuck and why you stuck. Just like, for example, you want to cross the railway track. When the gate is closer, you will stop your car. You will stop your car. Once the gate is open, then you will move forward. Exactly the same thing. You have to move forward. So you have to find out the problem. The train is coming, that's why you have to stop there. So like that, even in the physical world or in the spiritual world, whether it inside your body or around your body, you need to find out these gaps and you need to fill it up as much as possible. Whether you take alternative route or parallel route doesn't matter. So these are the bridge lessons, but a lot of things we can tell, we can talk about many examples out of it, but right now we don't go so deep into that. The best example is, Chandra sir already told about him. So, and next thing is like, sometimes, our living way, we need to look into the way, how we are living. See, some people, they what they think like, they live like a neutral way. So they don't go any, they don't do, big miraculous things or positive things, or they don't do any bad also, their life will be neutral way. It is stuck there itself. It will be good for some time, but later you need to change your way of life. You have to move forward, always move forward from a neutral life to positive way of living. Neutral way of living to positive way of living. Some people, they just think about, very small, what is that? In a small, they'll be within that line. They just think about their family, their wife, their thing, and, just, they're bringing, this and saving and little bit, that's it. So that will be good for some time, but you need to take a shift from the neutral way of living to positive way of living. So you should know the purpose of your life. You need to fulfill that purpose. Okay. You should, or if you need to focus on the community also, the community around you, where you are living. So somehow you have to come out of the box. You can't be like, forever like that. That is a comfort zone, Once you got used for it, then it's a comfort. It will become a comfort. The moment you are in the comfort zone, you don't learn anything. You will be out of the game. See, when you are playing, there will be rules for every game. If you don't follow the game, then what happens? You will be out of the game, out. Your friends will tell, out, you're out, get out. So that's what happens. So we should know where you shift from one way of life to another way of life. And a positive life, that means positive, you need to indulge yourself in positive activities towards the community, towards spiritual services, towards meditations, or once you came into the meditation, you learn many things, believe me. And PSSM, they will not let you to sit down idly also. They'll keep giving something or other, some or other work, isn't it? So there won't be, no comfort. You will be out of that comfort zone. So utilize such kind of opportunities. Not everybody will do this, right? It is a big thing. So PSSM is doing, a great thing. So next, targeting them. So then once you are in the positive life, and there also you don't stay for longer. You have to move into the next shift, miraculous life. You don't have any time to sit down ideally. You have to keep moving, like, the stream. How the stream continuously, it travels from one place to other place, from some other place to some other place. Like that, we have to keep moving on and on and on. So once you're targeting miraculous life, you should live like a god. Like, you have to practice the oneness and all that stuff. You have to come to that level. Then only you can shift towards a miraculous life. And, working towards, in a bigger manner, towards your community, big spiritual growth, big. When you are towards a positive life, you do the things, in a small manner. When you come into the miraculous thing, that the same thing in a big manner, you conduct big workshops, and you go a lot of other places, and all that stuff happens. So that's why, you have to keep making this, the constructive plans. When you are in a neutral way of life itself, oh, I have to grow. Not only, in the money and not only, towards the, not only this, physical world, just to be in the physical world is not enough. So you have to keep growing more and more, more and more. You need to make constructive plans for that. All right. So next, the recommended books here, we're almost done. Okay. The recommended books here, creative visualization. Write down if you want, but it was not given any on any slides, so I'm just reading from the notes. Okay, so the recommended books for this: Creative Visualization by Shakti Gavian, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, Bhavana Shakti, Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach. So
Actually, how come you don't have it in your presentation? It is there in the one that I am carrying.
not these books, I'll show you that. Okay.
No, in fact, these books itself are the images of the books itself is stuck in
Oh,
the
yeah, here, there. Oh, these ones, right? No, yeah, 7 Spiritual Laws. Okay,
by Deepak Chopra.
okay, I'm, yeah, this is all covered. All right. Seeing this. So, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, Richard Bach, and Creative Visualization, Shakti Gavian, and 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Okay. Next one. Okay. Yeah, these are the books. Yeah, 3 books are there. And the 4th one is Bhavana Shakti, Patriji. So these books you must have to read and you'll keep it in your home library. Whenever you have time, you can read. Okay. And the next thing is what? The summary is, so just 4 points. All positive qualities, it is important for your development. Okay, in the physical world and also in the spiritual world as well. And power utilization, the 5 powers. What are those powers? Money. What is that? Time.
Each.
Yeah. So those powers, 5 powers. So the power utilization should be effective. This, keep it in mind. And next, you practice universal love. That is oneness. Krishna, best example. Next, abide community dharma. This is like, if you abide the community, wherever you are, if you are in the neutral way of living, abide to the community dharma, you recognize and you work for it and come out of that way and become a positive way of living. So once you positive way of living, all these spiritual families will come towards you, near you. Sajjana Sangacham and Chandra sir and everybody. So then you work with them and learn a lot of them, implement in your life, become wise men and wise woman. Then you plan for the miraculous life. You can't stay even this life also. In this living, this is nothing is permanent. You have to keep moving. You have to grow. Next, miraculous life. There you will find different gurus, different people. So that is how we need to work on our plans to grow spiritually and in the physical world as well. Okay, so any questions? So we have finished at 10:13. Yeah. No questions means I think you understood everything. Good.
Ma'am, will the reading material will be available? Because some of the material, I mean, they were
Yeah,
not on
these
sites.
PPTs are available, obviously, and also my recording will be available.
The
Okay.
PPTs are there on the Google Drive.
Yeah, I think so. They
Yeah,
are
they are.
there.
Because I've been on the Google Drive right now as we speak. I was making
Right,
the
of
notes.
course.
So
Yeah, but
I picked up from there only. So definitely you will have an access for that.
but they're there.
Yeah,
but
and these
I
ones
feel
are-
I feel some of the teaching that you taught in this session,
Mhm.
somewhere out of those slides. So I was thinking maybe you have some reading material available for that.
Yeah, both the thing, like the green and the red one, both the PPTs are available in the drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both are
All
there.
right.
So I picked
Yeah.
up from there only.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think two different people might have prepared the slides on the same topic. So that's why two different things, but use both of them. Matter is same, no?
Actually, it is not correct. The first slide is old generation.
Okay.
When we did the spiritual tablets USA, Louis Hay, and we were doing revision, that is where all these books, the pictures of the books, all those were pasted.
Okay, yeah, but I used both of them, and it is very easy. If the pictures are there,
Correct.
easy to show them. I really liked that thing. The other one is more matter, and I was keep talking.
No. See, the other one is older generation.
Okay.
Then with the time, that was probably in the up to the 20s, 1920. That was the presentation. 2021, we created a new deck.
Yeah.
Right. Probably with Ashwin batch, I'm going to ask the people in Ashwin batch and Lavanya to drive and come out with enhanced material, because the content and the universe has undergone a phenomenal change. So the content of spiritual tablets should get aligned with what it is today.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that becomes the responsibility of the current batch. So their learning has to be enhanced to that extent.
Yeah, all right. If there are no questions, it would be good. So time is 10:15 EST time. I think time to go sleep. And if you have any questions, just please post in the group. Not necessarily you have to immediately you have to recollect everything, but whenever you get it, any question on any topic, please post it in the Ashwini batch group. Any master will give the answer. I also will give the answer. Okay. That's how you should be able to utilize us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Very helpful. Thank you.
Thank
And
you, ma'am.
yeah, thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Good night. Good
Bye.
night.
Lavanya
Yeah.
ma'am, what is that? Do I have any class tomorrow or am I free? Lavanya. I think she's not there right now. All
Well,
right,
I can,
guys. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night, sir.
ma'am, there is a well, it has your name on it for heart and lungs. I'm assuming that's for this coming Thursday. Heart and lungs.
Which one it is? Heart?
And lungs. So I think that's our next class.
That is
And
Thursday. Okay.
the 17th. So it's kind of confusing on the
Yeah, actually,
the
she mentioned,
schedule.
I may have to take a class tomorrow too, but which topic I don't know. If I don't have it, I'll be free tomorrow. Yeah, Thursday I will show up. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's the dates are a little messed up in our class schedule.
Yeah.
So it's hard to know, but
Yeah. All right, no problem. See you then on Thursday. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Masters.
Thank you.